Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of Solo the Coach, our podcast. And we back, y'all. This episode, we're gonna kind of mix it up just a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie. This one, we're gonna start off with a little bit of sports because y'all know we gotta talk about Brian going to Philly. Like, that's culture news down there in it. So then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna tap into some things that's been happening in the Senate. We're gonna talk about some of this food that's been getting recalled due to salmonella and a whole bunch of other outbreaks that's been going on with this food stuff because we can't eat nothing now. Then we're gonna get into a couple court cases, the Nolan court case and that Singer David court case. And once we get after those, we're gonna talk about a couple movies that just dropped: Odyssey, Spider-Man, Doomsday trailer that just dropped, and a couple movies that I kind of want to just put out there for y'all to possibly go see when they do drop. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's do it.
In this life that I'm living, I pray I make it through the night. As I ride through my city,
So let's get into this LeBron James to Philadelphia, y'all. First of all, I had a feeling it was going to happen. I'm not even going to lie. Once I saw the rumors about him and Golden State kind of not even coming to terms or even really talking to each other about a bunch of things, I said, okay, it's either going to be Cleveland or Philly. I never saw him going to Miami. I know that Miami had the whole little fallout where I guess their press conference release was released way too early and they ended up firing their social media coordinator and stuff like that. But I just knew he wasn't going to Miami. That team is not even built to win right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I know Giannis is there, they got Bam, but they're gonna, like I said before, they need to go get Klay Thompson. They need to go get somebody that's gonna be that 3-and-D guy. And even Klay Thompson is coming to the end of his career. So it's like they need some younger players out there. They need some players that can shoot that thing, first of all. So I knew he wasn't going to Miami. Now, Philly and Cleveland. He was spending a majority of his time in Akron. You feel what I'm saying? Even when he finally came out with the decision that he was going to Philly, he already said that he thought he already played his final game. Like that last game with the Lakers, he thought it was it. That he literally decided the night before that, okay, I'm going to go to Philadelphia because I want to win a championship. And I think that this is the best team for me to win a championship. Now, let's talk about the move. First of all, before we even get into the move, shout out to Philly's GM. Shout out to their GM because their GM might just be the best GM after Sam Presti. Because how do you go get Jaylen Brown and LeBron James and lose nothing? You feel what I'm saying? And get signed for nothing. We're still having space to be under the second apron and still be able to go make some more moves out there. So shout out to their GM, dog. He's stepping into his role. I know this is his first year there, but he's already doing an immaculate job. Shout out to him. Like, he might, like I said, yeah, just off of these two moves alone, he might just be the best GM behind Sam Presti. Especially if he could get him some more draft picks and set Philly up for the future, gets a little bit more pieces on that bench. It's hey, Philly, shout out to that GM. But if I'm Philadelphia, right, I just pull LeBron James, I'm going to get a real solid power forward, y'all. I'm going to go look for PJ Washington, a Daniel Gafford. I know he could play center too, or Derek Lively, one of those two. But I need to go get a solid forward because what I would do is I would move VJ to my bench. Now, that's not because VJ can't roll with the big dogs out there in that starting five, but because of the fact that I would want LeBron to more play the one. You feel what I'm saying? I would want him to play point guard a little bit more or be that corner guy. You feel me? And with that being said, with VJ being in the game, he kind of would have to score a little bit more. I'm not saying that VJ can't hold his own, that he can't score, stuff like that. But I feel like he would have to create for VJ just a little bit more than he would if they went and got them a solid forward that can, hold his own. So, if I'm Philly, I would move VJ to my second string and let him run that. You feel me? That would not only give him confidence, but it will also develop him like crazy. Because when LeBron is gone after these next two seasons, it's plug him in there. Y'all still got that championship team rolling. You feel what I'm saying? You can also draft another player underneath VJ who could come in and, slide in a VJ spot. So it's like, cool. Now, if I go get me a four, I want him on a cheaper deal. You feel me? Because I know LeBron is only going to be there for 2 years. You feel what I'm saying? And once LeBron is gone, it's like, all right, is this for somebody that LeBron unlocked, or is this somebody that we can keep it? He's still rolling in our system. He's perfect for our system. You feel what I'm saying? So Me personally, I'm getting a long-term for because even with Jaylen Brown being my number one option, he's still going to need a power forward. I know he has a center in Joel Embiid, but we know Joel Embiid's health is up and down. So it's like, that's why I would get me a Daniel Gafford or a Derek Lively, somebody that could play the 4 and the 5. Because I want to say they have Andre Drummond on their bench. So it's like, they gonna need a couple of big men. You feel me? But regardless to the fact, I want to see LeBron play a little bit more point guard, setting up Tyrese Maxey, because if you think about it, Tyrese Maxey, I'm not saying he is Kyrie Irving, but he's a scoring guard. You feel me? He's a guard that can shoot that thing, and that's things that LeBron needs on his team. If you know, you know. You feel me? Like, every single team that he's won championship with, he has some type of point guard that can shoot the ball, except for that 2020 Lakers team, because I'm pretty sure that point guard there was Rondo. And Rondo was shooting that thing a little bit better than, too, even then. So it's like, shout out to Philly, shout out to LeBron. This is damn near a cultural event in itself. But I think Philly's going to be ready. I ain't gonna lie. Not playoff, but finals ready. You feel me? Like, I don't really see nobody better than them outside of the Knicks. And honestly, the Pacers. Like, when the Pacers get Hallie back, and you already got Pascal, I want to say Aaron Nesmith was hurt a lot last year, as well as a couple of more of their pieces out there, they were hurt. Like, their whole roster from top to bottom was hurt half the season. So it's like, I'm ready to see them come back. I'm ready to see Hallie play again because we already know what he does to New York. You feel me? Even last year, I don't even think New York would have won a championship if Hallie was playing. So if you ask me, the only two teams that's really better than this Philly team right now is New York and the Pacers. Now, Boston, they can be in there. But I don't know. Losing JB, I think that's going to be a big loss for them, like a huge loss, because that was a part of their scoring load. So I think Paul George can kind of pick up a little bit, but yeah, we know he's kind of iffy as well, too. So I'm not going to lie. I don't think Philly might do it that first two seasons with LeBron. I don't think they'll do it, but they have a high possibility of doing it. But the only reason I don't think that they will is because you have teams in the West, such as the Spurs, such as OKC that's coming back fully healthy, such as Minnesota that has a LaMelo Ball out there now. So it's like, y'all, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be tough for Bron, but I think that first season is strictly going to be a ring-chasing season, and I think that second season is going to be his farewell. I think, like he said, this is going to be his final stop, and I think he really genuinely means that. So shout out to LeBron, shout out to Philly. I love the move, but let's see if he can get it done, y'all, because we already know if he doesn't get it done in Philly, they are going to be down his neck. Like, this might just hurt his legacy just a tad bit. So shout out to LeBron. But let's move on from sports, y'all, because I do want to get y'all a culture news episode. But let's get into politics just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Before we slide into everything else. So, the Senate, y'all, they have officially passed for our military to integrate with Israel's military. This is very, very worrisome. I'm not going to lie. If y'all look throughout history, every time a country lets some other country come through, even just from the United States standpoint, we've went to all these little small islands, such as Puerto Rico, such as Cuba, tried to go to Cuba at least, or Venezuela, stuff like that, Costa Rica, where we have went into their government, made it seem like, oh, we're going to be your allies, we're going to be so much friends with y'all, we're going to help y'all make more money, you feel what I'm saying, and we're going to help defend you all, and then we completely just took over their island, made it to where it's unaffordable for the natives, a whole bunch of stuff like that. You feel me? Now, if we're looking at this is almost the same thing that's happening with us with Israel. Like, they're coming from underneath and taking our country from us. Like, Trump is low-key selling out our country from us. And it's actually crazy to integrate our military with a country that their prime minister is wanted for war crimes by the International Criminal Court. Like, that's insane. Like, we know that he's literally targeting schools. He's targeting residential areas, hospitals, all things like that to basically conduct a genocide on the Palestinians. Like, this is insane. And for us to even be integrating with them, for us to even be allies with a country like that is crazy. And after seeing a bunch of news from just around the world, from different countries like Europe, France, in Europe, like France, like the UK, you feel what I'm saying? How they're basically saying that they want to stop being allies or partnering with us. Even just the two countries that are on our borders in Mexico and Canada, how they don't even want to be allies with us anymore due to what's going on between us and Israel and just having Trump as our head, period. Like, we're already heading to the destruction of the United States, y'all. This move here, if it passes in the House, will be the beginning of the end of the United States. It will never be the same after that. Just because of the fact that we're giving a country that's basically, if we think about all of our food prices basically going up, all our shipping prices, stuff coming from in and out of different countries, how just to hit the ports, how it's going up, gas going up. It's all because every time we sign a peace treaty with Iran, right, here comes Israel going behind both of our backs and bombing other countries like Lebanon and all the countries that's around it that are a part of the peace treaty, because they don't want this war to end. They want that land for themselves so bad that they will not stop until it's theirs. And it's insane. Like, we could have had a peace treaty. We could have had gas start dropping. You feel what I'm saying? But every single time that we come to an agreement with these countries, here comes Netanyahu bombing more countries, bombing more places. You feel me? And it's insane. Like, really, all of our cost of living driving up is because of Israel. The same way that when we went to other countries, like Puerto Rico and stuff, and their cost of living drove up because of us being there, the same thing. And it's actually crazy because our government is allowing this shit to happen. And instead of us as citizens, like they do in Venezuela, like they do in all these many countries, how they come together as a whole, as the citizens, and they protest and they show the government that if you don't make changes, we're going to overthrow you. It's like, why are we not doing that? You feel me? Why are we sitting back and allowing this shit to happen? That's why November, y'all. November is the most important month this year. We have to get out and vote. I don't care if you black, brown, Hispanic, you ain't got your license, you ain't got this. Make sure you got your voter's registration card. Make sure you know where your poll is at. Because if not, things can get very, very bad. I'm not even gonna lie. And I know that Trump is already talking about different things like, oh, it might be a war, a war going on during this time, so we can't have elections. He's gonna find any type of way to really stop elections. He's going to find any type of way he can, even if he gonna go cut his own leg off and say, oh, some other country came in and they tried to attack our capital, like something just to stop it. But we cannot allow it to happen. We cannot fall for the bullshit. In other words, like, just to be very blunt about it, we cannot fall for the bullshit that he's gonna push. So if you can, look now, find out where your voting polls at. Make sure that you're registered to vote. Make sure that, you feel what I'm saying, you know who are on the polls, who you want to vote for. And I'm not just saying go vote Democrat. I'm saying vote for the best person that is for you. You feel what I'm saying? Who do you think that is the best person to be in these places in office? So come on, y'all. I know we can do this. Let's get it together. Let's get out and vote in November. And let's get this administration up out of there, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Now, let's move on to some more little news that I kind of was excited to hear about this. But New York City Mayor Madami, he came out with a whole video on Instagram talking about how Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal and how if he comes to New York City, he will be arrested. Now that if that's not putting your foot down, what is, for real? Because that is a leader right there, y'all. If you've been keeping up with the things that's been going on in New York City, even if you don't live there, if you do live there, you know that he has been turning that city all the way around. He's a mayor of the people for real. And I'm actually kind of sad that this man cannot run for president just because he's not a U.S. born citizen. It's tough, but he's a real mayor for the people, y'all. And it shows just in all the moves he's made. Like, for example, he stopped landlords from being able to raise their rent prices into crazy margins that they pretty much aren't supposed to be there. Like he stopped that. He gave New York citizens basically I want to say like 2 to 3 months of rent-free time to where they can focus on other bills, focus on other things, other parts of life, and then get back to paying their rent. You get what I'm saying? He's bought bodegas for free food, free produce for people. And I know that we've been having a lot of recalls on our food, but still, just the thought of to bring that through there is crazy. When all the snow stuff was going on in the wintertime, he was giving the kids free off days so that way they can enjoy themselves. They don't always have to just be so walking through the snow, straight to school, straight back home in the cold. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to Madami, man. He's been a great, great mayor out there, but I'm 100% with him. If Benjamin Netanyahu brings his ass to New York City, he deserves to be jailed. I'm not going to lie. I know the United States does not recognize the ICC, the International Criminal Court. But if we're being honest with each other, he got to sit his ass down, because whenever you're basically conducting a genocide, you're not even trying to hide it. It's like a modern day Hitler. You feel me? And he's not even trying to hide it, and nobody's doing anything about it. No other country is trying to go in and get him. The United States is acting like they have a blind eye to it, like they don't see what's going on, and all type of shit. And I'm not even gonna lie. If we consider as citizens that he's a war criminal, how he's been conducting a genocide over there in the Middle East, dog, it's something that could be done about it. And I know that Trump came out and said, oh, well, no, he would not be arrested if he comes to New York City, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you, dog, if I'm Madami, I'm going to try to do everything I can to at least try to arrest him. You feel what I'm saying? Try to get him up out of there. Because, bro, somebody got to do something. Some type of country, somebody has to put their foot down and arrest this man. Show him that he is not the final boss. Because that's what he feel like. He feel like he's God on earth. And he even said that he's above the International Criminal Court. That he's above, all these NATO people. You feel me? And that ain't right, dog. I ain't gonna lie. When you get that big of a head, you got to be put down some type of way. So, shout out to Madami. I'm with you. I feel like he needs to be arrested as well. But we're going to see how this goes. But it's going to be a tough situation, especially if he does make it to the United States. Now, let's go ahead and transition on, because we've been having a lot of shit going on with our food, y'all. We can't eat shit. Like, we can't eat nothing. Every other day is damn eggs being recalled, some type of produce like lettuce or tomatoes being recalled. We get all types of bacon, pork, you know what I'm saying? Everything just getting recalled. Meat, everything just getting recalled. Talking about different type of parasites, salmonella, all type of different things. Like even with Taco Bell, we can't even eat fast food no more. Just for the fact that Taco Bell, that farm, whatever farm they were getting their lettuce from, they had the explosive diarrhea parasite, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been affected by this because I love Taco Bell. And I've been wanting Taco Bell. And I can't eat Taco Bell because I'm scared to get explosive diarrhea. Like, this is insane. Like, I shouldn't be scared to go get food because that I actually like to eat, because I'm scared to get a parasite that's going to have me on the toilet for 17 plus days. I can't deal with this. Like, it's something we have to do as citizens to take back our country and our food. Because I know we got Bill Gates going around buying up all the farmland. We got basically the country, the government going up buying a whole bunch of farmland. We need to come together as citizens and as towns, as cities, and make our own farmland. You feel what I'm saying? Especially in a bunch of these little small cities, small towns that's getting taken over by data centers and stuff. We should all come together, and this plot of land is owned by the town. And if you don't get a vote of 100 to 1 to sell, then you can't have this as a data center land. We need this for processing fruits, vegetables, all type of stuff, all type of meats, whatever we need. This could be our farmland for our city. You feel what I'm saying? Not only that, it'll help with opening different grocery stores. It'll help with lower community or poor communities being able to afford food. You feel what I'm saying? They don't have to go shop at Walmart where they barely being able to afford their basic groceries and stuff like that. If we go in it ourselves, why not open our own grocery store, our own little fresh little market, and let the people come down there and buy? You feel me? And I know a lot of people not going just that way, but it's an option. You feel me? So we got to do something about this, y'all. Because I've been wanting Taco Bell damn near for 3 weeks now. And I ain't even been able to get it because of this damn explosive diarrhea bullshit. So shout out to the farmers that are out there and that's holding it down and handling business, because y'all are a very special group and we need to protect them. I'm not even gonna lie, because a lot of this farmland is being bought by different pieces of the government, Bill Gates and them, and they're trying to put out fake food to us, y'all. Like, I don't know if y'all been seeing the floppy or the watermelon that's very bendy, that don't break, stuff like that. Like, come on, y'all. Like, food chicken that's stringy, you can pull it apart like this and it's not real meat. Like, we gotta take back our food sources. We gotta take back our country. Like, this, we supposed to, Trump whole thing is to make America great again. And that's all he has done, has made it way worse. He's made the rich richer and the poor poorer. And there's no middle class anymore. So how's that making America great again? Somebody please explain it to me. So shout out to the farmers that's out there that's holding it down, man. We need y'all, for real. We need y'all bad, because without y'all, shit, half our country is going to be talking about if they got cancer or at risk of cancer or got mesothelioma in the next damn near 2-3 years. So, man, let's move on though, because that's a topic that we can stay on for years and years and years. But now let's go ahead and let's get into like these little court cases that's going on. So I know a lot of y'all have kind of been keeping up with the Nolan's case. Very, very tragic case that's been going on in Mississippi, where, if you don't know, it was a black kid. He went out with a bunch of his white friends. I want to say it was maybe 1 or 2 other black people out there with him. They went to a little island for the 4th of July. They all went on boats. He was the only one that didn't come back. He was found a couple of days later dead. And it's been a big uproar because nobody knows what really happened. So it's been a bunch of different stories as well that's been going on from the kids. And right now, what everybody is really calling for is transparency from the police department out there in Mississippi, because after doing their own separate private autopsy, the family has found out that he had like red markings in the back of his head, where it basically shows there's been trauma to the back of his head. 1, 2, his throat is missing from his body. Now, the state of Mississippi has already come out and said that they're still examining everything. They're especially examining the throat to make sure that it wasn't any like foul play around the neck area. But they haven't released anything yet to the family or to anybody that's around, no reporters nor anything. So, to me, from what I'm getting after reading everything with this case, it clearly seems like somebody did, it was something, maybe they were fucking around, horse playing or something, but somebody clearly killed this boy. And they kind of threw him over water and tried to cover it up between the parents and all the kids that were there. It's a sad, sad case, because if it was some type of horseplay going on and it was an accidental, like somebody accidentally hit him in the back of the head too hard and he did die, you feel what I'm saying? At that point, you got to let your son or your daughter just take, you know what I'm saying? That you got to let even just Nolan's family, they have to be able to know what happened. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the biggest thing. Everybody wants to know what happened. How's there 30 plus people out there and nobody has the same story? Nobody knows how he went missing. He just vanished. You feel what I'm saying? It makes no sense, y'all. So it's like, I personally think that this cover up by all the parents out there. I think that they've been paying off a lot of these kids, and just to see how everything is lining up, nobody has the same story. It's 30 plus people out there. Nobody knows how he got into the water, how he went missing. Everybody just knows that he vanished and all of a sudden he shows up dead. But he has a blunt force trauma to the back of his neck and his throat is missing, which they're doing a extra long investigation into. It makes no sense, y'all. And after seeing new videos coming out, I don't know if it's old video or if it was AI, but they've been saying that they had a little video out where he was wrestling with some dude, and when they kind of like picked him up and slammed him, he was unconscious after that. So I don't know if that video is a bit real, but it's been a bunch of new things that's been coming out in the with the case after, autopsy's been coming out, different kids going and doing interviews, things like that. So shout out to the Nolan Smith family or Nolan Wales family. I really, 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 I hope that they can figure out what really happened. You feel what I'm saying? Like, as a parent, I'm not even a parent, but I know as a parent, that's probably the most frustrated thing to have to go through, that your son or your daughter has been killed and you can't even get a straightforward story on it. You get what I'm saying? So let's do better, y'all. Hopefully that the state of Mississippi can work and they can have more transparency as this case goes on. But I hope that I hope that Wells family, they're able to really, you know what I'm saying, get the answers that they're looking for and get the justice that they need if it was any foul play. Because regardless if it was an accident or not, something has to be done about it. You feel me? You can't, nobody deserves to die and nothing happens behind it. You feel me? So shout out to that Wells family. My condolences to y'all. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic. Now, it's been another case that's been going on right now. It's been going on for about a year plus now, but it's the singer David. His case has been actually insane. So, if you haven't been able to keep up with it, about a year ago, Celeste Rivera's, she was basically found in the back of a Tesla, chopped up. Arms, chopped up, legs, all type of things, just different body pieces in the trunk of the Tesla. Now, the Tesla was registered under singer David's name, where after they did a little bit further investigation, a lot of different things started to come out, such as how he got the girl pregnant multiple times. They were seeing each other when she was 13. I want to say he was 20. So it was already statutory rape going on there. You had the cover up, like, it was just a bunch of different things going on within that case that was completely off. They shouldn't have even been in contact with each other at all. I don't even know how the parents allowed that to happen. But the girl was missing for a decent amount of time when she was finally found. And when they finally found the Tesla, they found like he tried to mask the smell with about 11 different air fresheners. It was just a bunch of crazy shit. And then it's come more and more is coming out. I know that the trial actually just started. So I know he pled not guilty to everything like that, and he's set to stand trial for it. But it's one of those things like, this case ain't looking too good for him, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this case is actually a ugly, ugly, ugly thing. And I think basically the main reason why he killed her is really because of the sexual abuse that was coming behind it, and that he got her pregnant. Because even in the messages, she kept telling him, like, neither one of us are ready. I'll get the abortion, this, that, and the other. And mind you, she's only 14, 15 years old at this point. So it's like, some ain't right, y'all. So I personally, after looking at the little bit of the things for this thing, the little bit of information that has come out for this case, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking too good for that boy. Like, it's not funny at all, but to try to cover up a smell of a body with 11 air fresheners, like, come on, bro. Like, at that point, like, you call. You might as well just go turn yourself in. Because you have, first of all, you don't have no sense of knowing that 11 air fresheners, no matter how many air fresheners you put in there, is never, ever, ever going to match the smell of a body. One. Two, to have the heart to sit there and cut up a 13 or 14-year-old girl that you got pregnant, and you throwing her in the back of a Tesla, but just throwing her in the junkyard like that, like, dog, that is insane. So if he did do this, y'all, if he does get found guilty, I pray that, you feel me, they do it what they have to do for justice wise for him and that family. But at the same time, I'm also looking at the family kind of sideways, because it's like they saying that the family didn't even try to search for her for real. Like, they put out a little search warrant, but that was it. So I don't know if they were paid off to know, like, oh, she was with David, something happened, and he went and paid the family off so that they wouldn't say anything, or what. But this whole case is really, really awkward. And as more come out, I'll update y'all. But I ain't gonna lie, I ain't liking it too much, y'all. It's kind of, it ain't looking too good for that boy. But now, let's go ahead and move on from there, because that whole case is weird. Let's get into a few movies that I want everybody to go and possibly check out, and movies that's up and coming. You feel what I'm saying? Now, the best new movie that I have seen that's been out, I know the last time I did a movie review, I was talking about Obsession, but since Obsession has dropped, Odyssey. If y'all have not seen Odyssey, you have to go see it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like 300 Spartacus type of movies. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't like it. With all the old Roman Empire, can't do it. It's not my type of forte. I decided to give Odyssey a chance because I'm like, one, it's been shot in a different type of film, on a different type of film. You feel what I'm saying? With the 70mm IMAX. Then, it's been a lot of hype behind it. All the different stars that's in it with Tom Holland, Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson. You feel what I'm saying? It was a bunch of different stars. So I'm like, all right, let me check it out. Let me give it a chance. You feel me? Before I just completely throw it out. And y'all, I'm not going to lie. That is a 10 out of 10 must-see movie. Now, if you want to go see it, I will skip forward about 3 minutes from this part on because I'm about to put out a couple of spoilers in this movie. But just the fighting scenes, just the scenes where he had like a couple of foreshadowings. He went to go to like, I guess they called it hell, where he went to a prophet out there. The prophet told him exactly what to do so that his men wouldn't die or they would lose just a certain amount of men versus all of them. And just seeing how everything that prophet said was true, to see the journey of him coming from fighting in different wars, taking over all these different little towns or little whatever countries, I guess you could say at that point, and making his way back home is crazy. Like, his son was Tom Holland in the movie. He was kind of weak. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he tried to stand up for his mom a couple of times and they were just whooping his ass. People that came in and was basically trying to force his mom to marry. Because the dad was missing for about 20 years. So for him to come back, slaughter all these different men, and still become the king of his, like show them that he's still the king, dog, that's something different. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that movie was fire. They even had a witch in there, which turned his men into pigs because of the food they was eating. Like, his men, and his men could have survived. A lot of his men could have survived. But he did the exact thing they told him not to do, which was land on that island, because if he landed on that island, basically, I think they called it like the Lord's Island or the King's Island, and basically it had a whole bunch of different cattle on it. And it was like horses and stuff like that they could cook and, you know, make the meat. And the men were hungry. But the prophet told him, do not stop there, because if you stop there, you will lose all your men, versus if you keep going past them, you only lose 6. You feel me? He gave in. He stopped there. After 3 months, he kept telling them, hey, do not eat this cattle. Do not eat the cattle. Do not eat the cattle. But the whole time they was on the island, the wind was still blowing against them, so they couldn't even get off the island on their boat. You feel what I'm saying? That was the crazy part. But as soon as those people ate that food, ate that cattle, all of a sudden, the wind stopped. He was able to get back on the sea. They went through a bad storm, killed everybody except for him. So, shout out to the Odyssey, man. I'm not gonna lie. That movie was great. If you haven't seen it, you have to go see it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a 10 out of 10 movie. It's long as hell. Don't get me wrong. It's about almost 3 hours long, but it's worth it. Like, it keeps you engaged the whole entire movie. And I ain't gonna lie. It's probably one of the best movies I've seen this year. And I'm on track to see 100 movies this year. And that's probably the best one I've seen so far. Now, Friday the 31st, y'all, we got the brand new Spider-Man coming out. Spider-Man: A Brand New Day. Let me go ahead and play this trailer for y'all, because I ain't gonna lie. This movie I have been waiting on since the fucking last one came out, where they had all 3 Spider-Mans in it. So, in this movie, they've already come out saying that it's going to be a major twist at the end, and it kind of leads into Doomsday. But let's go ahead. I'm going to pull up the trailer here. It's a 2-minute trailer, y'all. So let's tap into this movie right quick.
What is happening to me?
Did you miss me, Spidey?
I'm losing my mind. I am totally out of control. I gotta fix whatever this is right now.
Final semester MIT.
Dad, who do you think is actually watching these?
Maybe someone.
Okay, well, bye, someone.
What the? Dr. Banner, you found a way to suppress mutating DNA, right?
If you see me with this stuff, run.
So could you get rid of the bad aspects but keep the good?
How would you decide what parts of nature are good or bad?
Well, sorry about that.
You're not one of my students, are you?
It appears we're faced with a threat we can't control. One we can't even see. You're the only one who's immune to it. You're the only one who can sense it.
What do you think they're looking for?
Oh, see, you stumbled across my board. I'm not one of those weirdos, I swear.
He's a little weird. I'm MJ.
You two don't know each other?
Yo, Spider-Man, you okay? You get rid of that monster inside you?
Think I might go see how MJ's doing.
You're not gonna get away with this.
But he might.
I didn't know you could get that big.
Hey,
Sorry, but you're in danger. You just have to trust me.
Fun.
This whole thing can get really scary.
Who the hell is that?
Who the hell are you?
Frank, please. I don't have anywhere else to go.
By the people who love you,
Just gonna let him go myself?
love you because you're you.
If you're gonna do something, you better do it now.
Never forget that. No matter how powerful you've become.
I miss you, mate. Huh. All right, just give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm not in high school anymore. Oh. Did you stretch? You a big stretcher? It's so good for you. You ready?
So as you can see, y'all, this movie is going to be fire. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this is probably gonna be one of the best movies or Marvel superhero movies that we've seen in a little bit of time. And they already said it's gonna be a big plot twist. It's gonna lead into Brand New Day, or not Brand New Day, Doomsday, Marvel Doomsday that comes out at the end of the year. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for it. I know a lot of other people are excited for it. I know a lot of these movie theaters are damn near already sold out for it. But this is going to be a great movie. I want to see how everybody eventually goes ahead and if they do remember him, because if we remember in the last movie, it was a part where they pretty much wiped everybody's brain. Nobody remembers who he is. That's why MJ was like, wait, do I know you? And he was like, oh, wait, you know I don't know each other yet? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that whole thing. So, shout out to Tom Holland and them. I cannot wait to see this. I already have my ticket. I'm going to obviously do a movie review for this. You know, I've been a Spider-Man fan since a youngin'. But I know I keep talking about this Doomsday movie. So let's go ahead and watch the trailer for that, because I know a lot of people probably don't know what it is, or if you do know what it is, it probably ain't been on the front of your mind for real. So let's tap in. Let me go ahead and play this trailer for y'all, and we're going to go on from there. But Doomsday is another movie that's going to be really, really good. The way that it's been, like basically portrayed, it's like it's going to be a better version of Avengers, that Endgame. You feel what I'm saying? How everybody was involved, all the different superheroes, and they're trying to kill one person. It's pretty much like that. So let's tap in real quick, y'all. I'm about to play this trailer for y'all, and we can go from there. Here's the Doomsday trailer for y'all.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision. I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one. Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles. And presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. Mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
So y'all, that movie right there is going to be so tough. Like, I don't know if y'all seen the part where Thor did his whole little storm thing and he went, basically put it down on Dr. Doom and he stopped that motherfucker with 2 fingers. Like, that is, even Thanos couldn't do that. So it's insane. I cannot wait to see this movie. I know that Dr. Doom is being played by Robert Downey Jr. is the same guy that plays Iron Man. So y'all, I cannot wait for this movie. I think that Doomsday might just be the best movie that we have from the Avengers series. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be tough. And they got a bunch of just newer superheroes in there. They added the Fantastic Four, everybody else in there. So shout out to the Avengers. Like they had on the countdown. It's 4 months away. I'm excited, y'all. I can't wait to see that. I'm definitely seeing that opening night. You feel me? Like, that one is going to be tough. And not only that, is introducing Dr. Doom, which, me personally, I'm not one of those super deep Marvel fans. So, like, I personally didn't know who Dr. Doom was until they started, sending out little small trailers for it. But that movie is going to be tough. Now, let me give y'all one more superhero movie, and I'm going to give y'all a scary movie that's coming up around October. And these are the last 2 movies we're going to do, and we're going to pretty much roll out with these. So, for this movie right here, that new Black Panther 3, y'all, they have officially announced it. They have announced, don't want to get his name wrong, but I want to say his name is David Johnson. He's coming from, his name is David Johnson. He's announced as the new Black Panther. He's going to be playing Black Panther's son. So that's going to be lit in itself because obviously it's going to be ways into the future because the last time we heard anything about his son, it was pretty much him as a little boy on the beach with the mom. So to see that we about to have a new version of the Black Panther in Black Panther 3, we saw the sister come out just a little bit in Black Panther 2 as a Black Panther. So I want to see how they're going to do it. Ryan Coogler is back again. And this time he even said this one is going to be shot in 70mm IMAX film. So it's going to be another dope movie for sure. I can't wait to see if they had with that one. I'm pretty sure this will probably be the last Black Panther movie. So shout out to the Black Panther franchise. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with that. I personally thought it was going to be Dancing Idris that was going to play it, but Dave damn near looked his aim. So I guess that's who's going this David Johnson dude. He's a great actor as well. I can't wait to see it. Now, for this scary movie, y'all, and my bad, they didn't drop a trailer on this. They're just now announcing the Black Panther 3 movie. But this scary movie that I really want y'all to see is called Other Mom. I was watching the trailer on Instagram, and y'all, it damn near creeped me out just watching it. So let me turn on this trailer for y'all because if y'all need a good scary movie to see with your girl or see with your boyfriend or just with your homies or something like that, dog, this is a perfect movie to see in theaters around Halloween time.
Hey, sweetie.
You're home.
I had a lunch break. I thought I'd come home and eat with you. Where's Dad?
He fell asleep in the office. I'll go get him.
Let him sleep. He needs his rest. Cookie dough ice cream for lunch. What kind of mother would I be? How about scrambled eggs?
I got that for breakfast.
That's right. I forgot. How about pasta? Your favorite? Do you want to know something silly?
Yes.
Sometimes I think about when you and I were one person. Do you remember that?
So I was a baby in your tummy?
Do you remember where you were before that?
No.
You were in my heart. Can I go into your heart?
You said you wouldn't leave my room.
You seemed lonely.
First of all, just that right there. As soon as she said, y'all, you seem lonely, and she's looking at me like this, I'm gone, cuz. That's obviously not my mom. But let's get back into it.
Whoa. What were you cooking? Bella, you need a grown-up to help keep them. Somebody was in the house. She looked like you.
What?
You don't have to be scared, Mommy. She's nice. Sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not. Is it really you? Are you tricking me?
What? Bella. Hey. It's me. I'm Mom.
So October 9th, y'all. If y'all need a scary movie to go see, there's something that you need a date night real quick. You want something to, you need a movie. There it is, right there. Just seeing just the trailer off of that movie right there is insane. I ain't even gonna lie, it creeped me out. Just her eyes alone creeped me out. So shout out to the other mommy movie. I can't wait to see that. It comes out October 9th, like I said. That's another great movie that's coming out. And there's gonna be a couple of other good movies coming out, like The End of Oak Street, Ice Cream Man, and a couple of more. So make sure y'all tap into a couple of these movies that's coming out, y'all. And like I said, that was gonna be the last two that we ended on. So make sure, like we always end out, man, make sure that you are a great person at any and everything that you do. Make sure that you wake up with the intentions to be a great person and take accountability in any and everything that you do have going on, that you do. Because I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. This world is going up and down like a motherfucker, and we just need more genuine people in this world, especially in today's time. So shout out to everybody out there. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and share with any and everybody. Let's go ahead and get this video out there, y'all. And I'll be back at y'all soon with another one. I hope y'all enjoy.
In this life that I'm living, I pray I make it through the night as I ride through my city.